Good afternoon. I am Colonel Billy Wilson, the commander of basic military training. I'm glad we had this opportunity to have a discussion. So, why are you here? I will tell you that you are here to train both your body and your mind.
Be better every day. Be better.
You are here to train your body and your mind. Not one or the other, both. I often ask new recruits, why the Air Force? And I often get, well, I want to be part of an institution. I want to be part of something that is larger than myself.
Remember why you are here. Remember those people that came before you. Everything that you do needs to come with a passion and a vigor that is unmatched.
There will be stress. It will be stressful. And I will tell you that it is stressful by design. So the question remains, when you start feeling stressed out, what are you going to do? Are you going to react or are you going to respond? I expect you to respond to the demands that are being placed upon you, pushing you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to grow, because that's why you're here. You're here to be transformed from what you were to what you need to be, to what your nation needs you to be. Each and every one of you will earn your place here. This will not be given to you. And as you earn your place here and head toward graduation day, having earned it, you will have a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. And it will be meaningful to you. And as you depart this place, you will be proud of what you've accomplished.
God, I want to thank you this morning for the opportunity to serve and pray for the finest things in the world. This moment is sacred, not because of ceremony, but because of sacrifice. This field is all about echoing the footsteps of warriors who paved the way. And it resounds with the courage of the airmen standing in front of us, ready to take their place on them. On this day of graduation, we turn our eyes to you, Almighty, the author of seasons, the defender of nations, and the one who raises up guardians for both peace and good. Thank you for these new United States Air Force Airmen, sharpened by fire, strengthened through discipline, and set apart for such a time as this. We're not give honor to military training instructors, not yours. Their grit, selflessness, and commitment to excellence have shaped warriors not just in skill, but in spirit. I stand here today because the military training instructor once stood for me. And each of you know your legacy lives on every salute, every mission, and every life change. Instructors, all of you join me. We thank you, Lord, for the families, the quiet grace, your prayers, patience, and steadfast love, upheld the airmen through every test and every trial. Lord, I lift up our leaders this morning, asking you to endow them with wisdom, clarity, and conviction, that they lead with righteousness, strength, and unwavering resolve. I was the airmen who are about to join the ranks of the world's greatest air force. The uniform you wear is more than fabric. It's a mantle of destiny. You wear it with honor, you serve with courage, and you walk forward knowing that a grateful nation stands behind you and a faithful God goes before you. Airmen, as you raise your right hand today, may your heart be steady, your spirit be resilient, and your oath be sealed not just in duty, but in devotion. In closing, Lord, we are grateful for the blood, the sacrifice, and the courage that purchased our freedom. Let us never forget a single soul that paid the ultimate sacrifice for us to be here today. I pray this prayer today in the name of the God who guards our hearts and our homeland. Lord, I am beyond grateful for this opportunity to pray here today and for the last time. Aim high and amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning. On behalf of the 37th Training Wing, we would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, 737th Training Group, Colonel Billy Wilson Jr., accompanied by his wife, Liza. The Senior Enlisted Leader, 737th Training Group, Chief Master Sergeant Whitfield Jack, accompanied by his wife, Patricia. Also in attendance with us today, the Commander, 37th Training Wing, Colonel Will Cooper, accompanied by his wife, Beth. Brigadier General Matthew Peterson, Air National Guard, retired, accompanied by his wife, Heather. The Director of Staff, South Carolina Air National Guard, Colonel Michael Duncan, accompanied by his wife, Mara. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Today, we honor the Commander, 737th Training Group, Colonel Billy Wilson Jr., who is attending his last basic military training graduation parade. Colonel Wilson enlisted in the Air Force in 1989 as an air traffic controller, earning dual qualifications in control tower and radar controlled approach operations. In 2001, he earned his commission as an airfield operations officer from the Air Force Officer Training School in Montgomery, Alabama. He has served in a variety of positions as Operational Test Director, United States Air Force Academy Air Officer Commanding, Technical Training Squadron Commander, and Expeditionary Air Advisor. Colonel Wilson is currently the Commander, 737 Training Group, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas, the largest training group in the Air Force, comprising of more than 5,000 trainee and permanent party airmen. Colonel Wilson, your selfless dedication, commitment, and service for the past 2 years will not be forgotten. Your contributions to the Air Force training mission and to the development of the enlisted corps will have a lasting impact on our national defense. We salute you and wish you and your family the best in all of your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's ceremony, we would like to recognize our newest military training instructors. These instructors have undergone a rigorous 5-month training pathway comprised of formal academic classes and task qualification requirements. They have earned the distinct honor of donning the dark blue campaign hat.
Detail, hold!
From the 331st Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Israel Londano Christensen. From the 324th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Michael Benicassi. From the 324th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jake Sistek. From the 324th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jermaine Eanes. From the 320th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Michael Cronin. From the 320th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Brett Leonard. From the 326th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Valerie Schlegel. At this time, we ask all military training instructors, past and present, to stand in a sign of unity as our newest instructors recite the MTI pledge. The military training instructor hat that I wear
is a symbol of honor, professionalism, integrity, service, and excellence in all I do. My job is one of the most important to the Air Force, and I will spare no effort to properly prepare men and women for military service. I am dedicated to the principles of fairness, firmness, and honesty. I strive for perfection and reject mediocrity, both in my own personal behavior and in the performance of those I lead. I am an Air Force military training instructor, and above all, I am an American Airman.
Present arms. March out. Arms. Post. March.
The dark blue campaign hat these instructors received today has been the symbol of the MTI Corps since 1974. These instructors will carry on the traditions and esprit de corps of the United States Air Force as they pass on their knowledge to our newest generation of airmen. Our commander of troops is Technical Sergeant Troy Stone. Colonel Billy Wilson Jr. will review today's ceremony.
Attention. Hot!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
President accounted for, sir!
East Regional Prisoner accounted for, sir!
Sir, all present or accounted for! Publish the order. Attention to orders! Detail for today! Air Commission Officer of the Day! Technical Sergeant to say, by order of Colonel Wilson! Officers! Then pass!
Over the last 7.5 weeks, the men and women before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warriors. With the foundation rooted in the Department of the Air Force's one team, one fight mantra. Once they leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of 118 specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of 84 installations around the globe, or work directly with our sister services. As they move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the armed forces. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and mission ready. These graduates are the future of our national defense and will pave the way for the generations that will follow.
Officers! Help!
737 Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Subject, Honor Flight. The Honor Flight Streamer is awarded to the 326 Training Squadron, Flight 482, for their significant accomplishments, demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 12 May 2025 through 26 June 2025. Signed, Billy Wilson Jr., Colonel, United States Air Force. The honor flight was led by Technical Sergeant Kurt, Staff Sergeant Gutierrez, and Staff Sergeant Schlegel. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States Armed Forces. The graduates before you have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors.
Sir, I present the command.
What's the command in review?
Out. Order. Heart. Out. Change post. Heart. Give your squadrons order arms. Heart. Pass in review.
The graduates passing in review today represent a portion of the 42,000 men and women who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the world's greatest air force. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Armed Forces. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb room to pass in review, they will march over the enlisted heroes walk. The men and women recognized on the pavers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Armed Forces during conflicts across the globe. Their decorations include 9 Medals of Honor, 23 Air Force Crosses, and 162 Silver Stars, awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all service members to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. We would like to direct your attention to our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flags as they pass in review. Now passing in review, from the 737th Training Group, the Commander of Troops, Technical Sergeant Troy Stone, Master Military Training Instructor, hometown, Monticello, Iowa. From the 322nd Training Squadron, A Squadron Staff, led by Staff Sergeant Christopher Talon, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Los Molinos, California. The 331st Training Squadron, Born Excellence Flight, Flight 483, led by Staff Sergeant Matthew Ellison, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Newport News, Virginia. Flight 484, led by Staff Sergeant Adrian Aguayo, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Los Angeles, California. Flight 485, led by Technical Sergeant Willie Concepcion, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Cleveland, Ohio. Flight 486, led by Staff Sergeant Israel Ardano Christensen, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Miami Beach, Florida. From the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 477, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Benicasa, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Reno, Nevada. Trail Excellence Flight, Flight 478, led by Staff Sergeant Jake Sistek, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Las Vegas, Nevada. Flight 479, led by Staff Sergeant Christopher Tansel, military training instructor. Hometown, Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Aye.
Flight 480, led by Staff Sergeant Jermaine Eads, military training instructor. Hometown, Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Hey.
From the 321st Training Squadron, Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 474, led by Technical Sergeant Alan Grant, military training instructor trainer. Hometown, Benton, Arkansas. From the 320th Training Squadron, Leg Color Guards, led by Technical Sergeant Justin Copelli, military training instructor trainer. Hometown, Sacramento, California.
Hey.
D Flagmax, flights 475 and 476,
Hey.
led by Technical Sergeant Justin Shortland, military training instructor. Hometown,
Hello.
McCammon, Idaho.
Hot.
From the 319th Training Squadron, B Squadron Staff, led by Staff Sergeant Tiffany Swatsky, military training instructor trainer. Hometown, Panama City, Florida. From the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 470, led by Staff Sergeant Michael Cronin, military training instructor. Hometown, Milford, Massachusetts. Flight 471, led by Staff Sergeant Brett Leonard, military training instructor. Hometown, Norma Linda, California. Flight 472, led by Staff Sergeant Aaron Jones, military training instructor. Hometown, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey.
Pacer Forge Excellence Flight and PT Excellence Flight, Flight 473, led by Technical Sergeant Carlton Eugene, military training instructor trainer. Hometown, Union, New Jersey.
Hey.
From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 481, led by Technical Sergeant Luis Villarreal, military training instructor trainer. Hometown, Los Angeles, California. The Honor Flight, Flight 482, led by Staff Sergeant Valerie Schlegel, military training instructor. Hometown, Wichita, Kansas. Traditionally, the armed forces are expected to exemplify respect for the nation. Special ceremonies have been established to bestow honor upon the flag and other national symbols, upon recipients of awards and decorations, and upon national dignitaries. Such ceremonies are usually included in parades, reviews, and similar formations in which large groups of military personnel participate. On special occasions in basic military training, the military training instructors assemble in mass formation as a sign of recognition and respect. It is the highest honor the MTI Corps can bestow upon an individual. Today's mass is dedicated to Colonel Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, now approaching the reviewing stand is the backbone of the basic military training mission, the military training instructors. These men and women are being led by the senior enlisted leader, 737th Training Group, Chief Master Sergeant Whitfield Jack, hometown, New York City, New York.
Squadron! Halt!
Colonel Wilson, in recognition of your contributions to the United States Air Force, we salute you and thank you for your outstanding leadership and dedication to all airmen and guardians. We wish you and your family the best in your future endeavors and remind you that you will always be part of the basic military training family. It has been an honor to serve with you, and we bid you a fond farewell.
Order! Here! Aft! Haste! Forward! Here!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you. You may be seated. Physical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the Airmen from the 321st Training Squadron, performing under the direction of Staff Sergeant Philip Castro, military training instructor, hometown, McAllen, Texas. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony, in addition to completing all basic training syllabus and training requirements. Drum and Bugle Corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort demonstrate commitment and teamwork. With each Drum and Bugle Corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal military ceremonies. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our honor graduates, as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguished themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all graduates in their class. The exceptional integrity, service before self, and excellence, combined with character, commitment, connectivity, and courage they display throughout basic military training, earned them this outstanding distinction. As the flights march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to reflect on our establishment. The United States Air Force was born with the passage of the National Security Act on September 18, 1947. Since then, anytime and anywhere America and its allies have needed air power, airmen have answered the call. Today, with a legacy of excellence and a spirit of courage, we work to develop mission-ready airmen. With the support of the American people, our airmen are ready to meet these challenges by following the example of those who came before us. In short, by innovating, accelerating, and thriving as we move into the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Billy Wilson Jr. will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, friends and family. So good to see you all. What a awesome day it is for a graduation parade, a day of celebration, celebrating these airmen. Great day for America. So many emotions as I look into the crowd and look across this parade field. So proud to be part of this organization. I want to start by saying thank you to the parents that are here in the audience today. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement of these airmen. They would not be here if it wasn't for your support and words of kindness. So thank you so much. How about giving the parents a round of applause, please? I'd also like to say welcome to all the other loved ones that have traveled near and far to be here as well. All the aunts, the uncles, cousins, grandparents, thank you so much for being here as well. Your being here enriches this ceremony and makes it that much more special, I know, for us in the 737th, but also for these airmen that are standing here on the field as well. So thank you for being here. I'd like to ask all the veterans in the audience if you would please stand if able. How about a round of applause for our veterans? Veterans, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for pouring in. Thank you for continuing to invest. Thank you for your trust in this organization. And I think most importantly, thank you for the visible example, your visible example of what it means to serve honorably. Thank you for continuing to come back to Lackland, the birthplace, the gateway to the Air Force. It is so meaningful to us, and it's always good to see you. And we will do our best to build upon the legacy that you've laid. So thank you so much to the veterans that are here today. I'd also like to say thank you to a very special group of leaders, our military training instructors. I interact with these high-level professionals on a daily basis. And so sometimes when you're interacting with high-level performers, you know, sometimes it gets lost on you how special that relationship and how connected you can be with something that is so special. But military training instructors, I want to let you know how much I appreciate you for everything that you do, for all the weekends, the late hours, being a counselor, being an advocate, hand on the shoulder, providing corrections when you have to. I know that is a tough job. And I want to thank you personally for everything that you do. And as I told you before, it's not lost on me that every hour that you spend developing our airmen, making sure that they're ready, making sure that they are as prepared as they can be, is time away from your families. So thank you, and thank you for your family sacrifice. Can we give these extraordinary leaders a round of applause? I'd also want to say thank you to the support agencies, the 559, the 59th, the 37th Training Wing, the LRS, all of the organizations that enable the 737 Training Group to do what it does on a day in and day out basis, a weekly basis. We couldn't do it without you. The scheduling office, I mean, they do the yeoman's work. We come out every single week and we get to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But I didn't want to let this opportunity pass without telling the folks that set up the microphones and the cameras and the chairs and all of that, how much I really appreciate you, how much I value your efforts, and that I will truly miss you as we depart this place. So thank you very much. I also wanted to take the opportunity to thank my wife, Liza. It has been a great ride. Not just this assignment, but what are we up to, 17? About 17. But thank you for everything that you've done for me, all the support you provided me, ride or die, up, down, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what country, you're always there for me. And I wouldn't be able to do what I do and wouldn't want to do this without you. So thank you so much, baby. I love you. Before I get into my message, can you please, ladies and gentlemen, help me congratulate the 807 newest American Airmen? Yes, 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 yes. Let them hear it. Woo! Woo! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, you are airmen now. You stand here, you stand tall, you stand proud, you stand transformed. You have truly earned the right to be called United States Airmen. And this morning, I'd like to talk with you about what it means to be a U.S. Airman, from my perspective. And so to demonstrate the point, I'd like to share a story with you if I could. And I think it's very fitting because the 326th Training Squadron was our honor flight today. And the American hero that I want to talk to you about is none other than Technical Sergeant John Allen Chapman. You see, back in March of 2002, John and his team were out on a mission over the mountains of Afghanistan when their helicopter came under fire. But there was no doubt, there was no hesitation. They knew that the mission was to continue. And so as the helicopter began to take fire, they were forced to land on a snowy peak called Takur. And once the helicopter was on the ground, Technical Sergeant John Allen Chapman didn't hesitate. He immediately went over to check on his men, check on his teammates to make sure that they were okay. And as he was doing that, checking on his teammates, he realized that they were taking enemy fire from a peak up on high. And so without hesitation, John sprinted up that hill in blinding snow to clear that bunker, to protect his men. And when he arrived at that bunker, he did just that. He cleared that bunker to save his team. And while in the process of clearing that bunker, John was injured. And down below, while all of this was happening, his teammates were still fighting to protect one another, fighting to continue. And so after a little while, the team started to become overwhelmed by enemy fire. And believing that John Chapman had fallen, they decided we must withdraw. And so they began to withdraw. But listen to me closely, Airman, because this is where the story becomes legend. John got back up. I don't think you heard what I just said. I said John got back up. Thank you. Given the choice, John got back up. John got back up because that's what airmen do. John got back up because he realized that the mission wasn't over. And John got back up because his teammates were worth it. And John began to continue to fight. On that mountaintop, he held off enemy fire for over an hour by himself, radioing in enemy positions and calling in support fire to support his teammates. And for his courage on that day, Technical Sergeant John Allen Chapman received the Medal of Honor. And it was the first time since the Vietnam War that an airman had received that honor. That's moving. You represent John's legacy. You're standing where he stood. You wear the same uniform that John wore. You wear the same patch on your shoulder that John wore. And you carry the same fire in your chest that John carried. Warriors that are willing to stand up when others may sit down. Warriors that are willing to step forward when others may step back. Airman, I'm gonna help you find the lesson and the blessing in the story that I just told you. You see, there's gonna be times in your career and in life when you're gonna experience challenges and adversity. And life is gonna push you in a direction that you didn't expect. And you're going to be presented with a choice. And my hope for you is that given the choice, you will stand every single time. You will stand for yourselves. You will stand for your family. You will stand for your unit. You will stand for your community. Because they're worth it. And as you continue to serve honorably, I want you to stand in integrity. I want you to stand in excellence. And most of all, I want you to stand in loyalty to the wingman to your left and to wingman to your right. I am so very proud of each and every one of you. And for your ability to honor your commitment, be dedicated to your purpose, having clarity of thought. You said that you were going to show up here, graduate BMT, represent yourself and your family well, and do great things for America. And I believe you. I can't wait to hear about all the great things that you're going to do for our United States of America. Honestly, I'm a little jealous. And if I could trade places with you right now, I would. So as you depart this place, know that you know that you know that you know that you are cared for, you are supported, you are loved, and you are valued by this organization. And so with that, I only have one final question for you. Are you ready to stand and join the ranks of the world's most lethal and greatest Air Force? Outstanding. I know they're ready.
Please stand as Colonel Billy Wilson Jr. will now administer the oath of enlistment. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
Roger!
Now raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome to the family, Airmen.
Thank you, Colonel Billy Wilson Jr. Please remain standing while all graduating airmen recite the Airman's Creed and for the departure of the official party. I am an American Airman.
I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail.
Right turn! Turn!
As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute as the U.S. flags pass. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, Please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flight.